Hey guys, today I want to talk you through our clothing system that we use for our late season hunts. Primarily we are hunting in Minnesota and Wisconsin. So for our November and December temps, we can be in 30 degrees all the way down to negative 30 degrees. So this is the system that we use in order to help keep us warm, in order to be in the best position to shoot when the time comes. So let's start off with the base layers. Pretty basic. So what we use are the First Light kiln for our uppers. You can see just pretty basic merino wool base layer. And I actually use two layers on top, one with the hood, one without, just for a little bit of extra warmth. Probably not necessary, but it is helpful to have. As far as the bottoms go, same thing, just merino wool, First Light. Again, the kiln option. So I think they have a heavier option, but this is what we use. And it's really helpful to have that base layer of merino wool specifically, because in the late season, it's hard not to avoid getting a little sweaty when you're walking into your stand. And so that merino wool helps maintain heat better than cotton or anything else is going to. So let's jump to footwear real quick. What we have for our base layers on our feet is just a merino wool sock paired with a toe warmer. We've done two layers of wool socks previously, and what we've found is that it removes quite a bit of oxygen from the boot, making the toe warmer then less effective. And so when we pair those merino wool socks along with the toe warmer in an 800 to 1200 gram boot, really we found that to be just as effective as any pack boot option or anything on the heavier end. And the addition of having a more lightweight boot then is when you're walking through a foot of snow in the late season, it's easier walking when you have a lighter set of boots compared to a heavier set of boots. Next, let's move on to our mid layers. What I use on the top, and I think this is key, is having a heated vest. I've tried a lot of different options for middle layers, but having an external heat source in the form of a battery in order to give you additional heat rather than just retaining the heat you have, I believe is critical. Usually I don't leave it on the whole time, but it's nice towards the end of the hunt as temps start dipping. Just kick on the heater for 20 minutes and really just gives you an additional boost in order to maintain a good heat level for the critical time of your hunt right towards the end. On the bottoms, I just used a basic insulated pant. Basically just something to go in between your base layers and then your coveralls over here. So next, let's talk through our outer layers. Brands aren't super critical, but I just use basic coveralls. These happen to be Cabela's. I really like having the full bibs in order to give you an additional layer on your midsection. It's nice to have a bib that goes all the way up to your shoulders pretty much. And so if your coat gets pulled up a little, you don't have air that's seeping out towards your lower back or your midsection and heat escaping from your body. So I think the bibs are super helpful. Again, these are just a basic Cabela's brand. I know there's more expensive options out there, but these have worked fine for a lot of our hunts. And then same thing then with the coat. It's just a fairly basic Cabela's brand. It's got a lot of pockets, which is helpful for late season carrying out different things that you need for your hunt. During some hunts, I'll put on my hood. This has an option to zip on the hood or zip it off. If we have a really strong wind and I know my back's going to be to the wind, the hood makes a huge difference blocking the wind. But otherwise, for most of the hunts, I keep my hood off. Lastly, let's talk through what I use for my accessories, essentially. Start with the gloves. So it's just a pretty basic, this happens to be Sitka gear, cotton gloves, because the key thing along with these gloves is this hand muff. We've tried using choppers or heavier gloves before, and what we've found really is helpful, especially for bow hunting, when you need to to use your hands with more dexterity than a rifle, is being able to slip your hands out of the hand muff when it comes time to shoot, and having these lightweight gloves that you can shoot the bow with. As part of the muff, usually we use this rechargeable hand warmer as well, again providing external warmth rather than just relying on your hands alone to keep warm. Next is our neck gaiter. This one, as you can see, is double layered. So it's got a layer of fleece on the inside, along with then camo fleece on the outside. A thicker gaiter is really key for late season. As you can see, we also typically do a body warmer, and that is we put on the back side of the gaiter in order to sit on the back of your neck. And that really provides a lot of warmth during those late season hunts. There's been times where, I haven't even turned on my electronic vest because this by itself provides a lot of external heat that keeps me warm. Then finally, last is just basic Carhartt hat. Probably better options out there, but this is all I've needed in order to stay warm. As I mentioned earlier, when you get some super strong winds, sometimes it's nice to have that hood as an additional layer of warmth along with wind blocking protection. So really this is it. When we've had temps going anywhere from 30 degrees all the way down to -30, the key thing is losing as much heat as possible as you go from one layer to the next, and then also having external heating sources along the way in order to add heat back in, whether it's the heated vest, the neck warmer, toe warmers, anything you can put in your favor in order to add additional heat back to your body is going to be key. So that's what we use. Hopefully you find this video helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us whenever. Give us a comment and we'll get back to you.